In the quiet, there is a book of wisdom, of faith, of journeys taken and lessons learned. This book, worn and cherished, has been a steadfast companion through the ebb and flow of life's tides. It has seen joy and sorrow, triumph and trial, and in all things it has provided solace. Its pages, kissed by the passage of time, are filled with stories of resilience and redemption, of faith tested and faith rewarded. Each word, each verse, is a testament to the human spirit and the divine love that carries it forward. This is not just a book. It is a testament of life's journey, a beacon of hope in the darkest of nights, a guide through the wilderness of doubt and despair. Within its folds, we find tales of ordinary men and women who, through faith, achieved extraordinary feats. We see the strength of the human soul, the power of faith, and the infinite love of the divine. And as we read, we realize that these stories are not just tales of the past, they are reflections of our own lives, mirrors into our own souls. In the quiet rustle of its pages, we hear whispers of encouragement, echoes of divine promises, and the soft murmur of faith's journey. It is in these moments of quiet introspection that we find our strength, our courage, and our resolve to face whatever comes our way. The book speaks of a God who walks with us, who carries us when we falter, who lifts us when we fall. It tells us of a love that is unending, of a grace that is all-encompassing, and of a peace that surpasses all understanding. It is a book of promise, a book of prophecy, a book of faith. And it is in this book that we find a verse that speaks of new beginnings, of change and renewal, of a God who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. This verse, Isaiah 43:19, is a beacon of hope, a promise of new beginnings, a testament of God's unchanging love. In its pages we find comfort, hope, and the promise of new beginnings. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19, a promise is made. A promise that is as timeless as the ages, as steadfast as the rising sun. This divine assurance from the book of Isaiah is a beacon of hope, a testament to the unending grace and love of our Creator. See, I'm doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. This verse, nestled in the heart of the prophetic book of Isaiah, is a profound message of renewal and transformation. It's a divine whisper, a gentle nudge from God, urging us to lift our gaze from the familiar, from the well-trodden paths of our lives, and to perceive the new thing He is doing. Just as a river carves out a new path flowing with relentless determination, God, too, is making a way in our wilderness. The wilderness may appear daunting, a barren wasteland where hope seems lost. But it's in this very wilderness that God promises to make a way, a path that leads to restoration and renewal. And it doesn't stop there. God also promises to create streams in the wasteland. Imagine in the parched and arid desert of our lives, God pledges to bring forth streams, a symbol of life, refreshment, and revitalization. This verse is a powerful reminder that even in the most desolate of circumstances, God can bring about a miraculous change. God's promise in Isaiah 43:19 is a call to embrace change, to anticipate the new beginnings He has in store for us. It's an invitation to trust in His divine plan, to believe in His capacity to turn our wilderness into a pathway, and our wasteland into a flowing stream. As we delve deeper into this transformative verse, let's open our hearts and minds to perceive the new thing God is doing in our lives. Let's embrace the promise of Isaiah, the promise of new beginnings, of unanticipated pathways, of streams in our deserts. God is doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? Change is a constant part of our lives. It is in change that we grow, that we learn, that we become. Throughout our existence, change is the one constant we can count on. It can be as predictable as the changing of the seasons, or as sudden as a storm on a clear day. It can be a welcome relief, like a fresh breeze on a hot summer day, or it can be a challenge, like a steep mountain path. But whether we welcome it or resist it, change comes to us all. In the midst of change, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to wonder why things couldn't stay the same. But consider this. Without change, there would be no growth. Without change, there would be no learning. Without change, we would remain as we are, never experiencing the joy of becoming more than we once were. Change, my friends, is a part of God's plan for us. It is His way of molding us, shaping us into the persons we're meant to be. As a potter with the clay, He uses change to form us, to refine us. It is through the fires of change that we are purified, that our true selves are revealed. Embracing change is not always easy. It requires courage, resilience, and faith. But when we trust in God's plan for us, we can face change with a hopeful heart. We can see it not as an end, but as a beginning. A chance to start anew, to chart a new course, to become the person we were always meant to be. And so, my friends, let us not resist change. Let us embrace it. Let us welcome it as a friend, a teacher, a guide. Let us see it as a gift from God, a part of His plan for our growth, our learning, our becoming. In every change, there is a new beginning. Nature itself is a testament to the promise of new beginnings. In the grand tapestry of life, every thread spins a tale of transformation. Each day, the rising sun breathes life into the world, casting away the shadows of yesterday and illuminating the promise of a new day. This is nature's way of reminding us that every dawn is a new beginning, a fresh start, an opportunity to grow. Consider the humble caterpillar, an unassuming creature crawling in the underbrush, seemingly insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Yet hidden within it is a divine blueprint for a transformation so profound that it borders on the miraculous. This tiny creature, in its time, retreats into solitude, envelops itself in a cocoon, and emerges as a creature of indescribable beauty. The caterpillar becomes a butterfly, its vibrant wings a testament to the power of change and the promise of new beginnings. Or look to the seedling, a tiny speck of life buried deep in fertile soil. From this humble beginning, it embarks on a journey of transformation. It pushes through the darkness, reaching for the sun, striving for life. It transforms into a tree, its branches towering high, its roots delving deep, a symbol of strength and resilience born out of change. These are not mere changes, these are transformations. They echo the promise of Isaiah, the divine assurance of new beginnings. Like the caterpillar, we too can embrace change, undergo a transformation, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more beautiful. Like the seedling, we too can push through the darkness, reach for the light, and grow into a testament of resilience and strength. In nature's infinite wisdom, it embraces change and flourishes. Each sunrise, every blossoming flower, the metamorphosis of the caterpillar, the growth of the seedling, all are nature's testament to God's promise of new beginnings, of growth, of change. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, embraces change and flourishes. So too must we. In every sunset there is a promise of a new dawn. In every ending there is a new beginning. Such is the promise of life, a cyclic rhythm of twilight and dawn, echoing the divine promise of Isaiah, the promise of new beginnings. Life, in its infinite wisdom, is much like the river, forever flowing, forever changing its course, never stagnant. Even amidst the most challenging bends or tumultuous rapids, the river persists, it keeps flowing. It finds a way, carving out new paths, creating new beginnings. This is the essence of God's promise in Isaiah, a promise of renewal, of a fresh start, even in the face of adversity. This promise isn't just a comforting thought, but an active, living reality. Just as the river's flow is unstoppable, so is the flow of life, the flow of change. And with every change, every turn of the tide, we are given the opportunity to embrace a new beginning, to step into a new dawn. God's promise is as real as the sun that sets only to rise again, as tangible as the stars that appear every twilight, reminding us that even in darkness there is a promise of light. It is as palpable as the caterpillar's transformation into a butterfly, a testament of nature's renewal, a testament of God's promise. Every sunset is but a prelude to a new dawn. Every ending is but a threshold to a new beginning. And in every new beginning there is a promise of hope, a promise of renewal, a promise of a fresh start. This is the promise of Isaiah, a promise fulfilled with every new dawn. Life is a journey of change, a journey of new beginnings. And with every new beginning, there is a promise that echoes in the whisper of the wind, in the rustling of the leaves, in the flowing of the river, in the setting of the sun, and in the breaking of the dawn. With every new dawn, God's promise is fulfilled. This is the promise of Isaiah, a promise that is as enduring as life itself, a promise that is fulfilled with every new beginning, with every new dawn. As we journey through life, let us remember the promise of Isaiah. The promise that whispers of new beginnings, of change, of a divine hand guiding us through the unknown. The promise that speaks of uncharted territories and untapped potentials. A promise that, like the dawn of a new day, heralds the arrival of fresh opportunities and renewed hope. As we traverse through the labyrinth of life, let's remember that change is not our enemy, but a faithful companion. Change is the universal law of life. It is the chrysalis within which we evolve, the river that carves new paths, the wind that reshapes the sand dunes. It is the essence of our existence and the architect of our destiny. Yet change can be daunting. The unfamiliar can be intimidating, and the unknown terrifying. But let's not forget that every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. As one chapter closes, another opens. As the sun sets, it promises to rise again. As the leaves fall, they make way for new growth. So too must we embrace the cycle of life, the ebb and flow of experiences that shape our journey. Amid these changes, remember the promise of Isaiah, a promise that invokes the divine presence in our lives, reassuring us that we are not alone. A promise that illuminates our path, guiding us through the darkest valleys and the steepest mountains. A promise that instills courage within us, empowering us to face the winds of change with a heart full of faith. Let's embrace new beginnings with open arms and open hearts. Let's welcome change as a friend, a mentor, a guide. Let's remember that every sunrise is a new opportunity, every blooming flower a testament to resilience, every flowing river a symbol of life's perpetual motion. Let's remember that with every dawn, there is a promise of renewal and rejuvenation. For in every new beginning there is hope, there is promise, there is God. His promise endures, His love remains, and His guidance never wavers. So let's step forward into our journey anew, carrying the promise of Isaiah in our hearts and the hope of new beginnings in our souls. As we close this chapter, let us carry the promise of new beginnings in our hearts. The world around us is constantly changing, and we too are part of this divine dance of transformation. Just as Isaiah said, God is making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Let's make a pact, you and I, to embrace this promise of new beginnings, to face the unknown with courage and faith, and to trust in the divine plan that is unfolding for us. If you find comfort, wisdom, or inspiration in these reflections, I invite you to share this journey with others. Like this video, share it with those who might need a message of hope, and subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content. Let these words be a beacon, guiding your path and illuminating your journey. Carry this message of hope and renewal with you, and may you always find new beginnings in every ending.